Fair use. Daily Reflections. This is a book of reflections by AA members for AA members. December 20th. The Rewards of Giving. This is indeed the kind of giving that actually demands nothing. He does not expect his brother sufferer to pay him or even to love him, and then he discovers that by the divine paradox of this kind of giving, he has found his own reward, whether his brother has yet received anything or not. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 109. Through experience with the 12-step work, I came to understand the rewards of giving that demands nothing in return. At first, I expected recovery in others, but I soon learned that this did not happen. Once I acquired the humility to accept the fact that every 12th step call was not going to result in a success, then I was open to receive the rewards of selfless giving. Courage to Change One Day at a Time in Al-Anon, December 20th. Each Al-Anon family group has but one purpose: to help families of alcoholics. This is part of our 5th tradition, but how do we go about doing it? By practicing the 12 steps. We must learn to love ourselves before we can truly love others. When we tend to our own spiritual needs, we make it possible for others to see that special something in us that they may want for themselves. The best sermon is a good example. The next part of this tradition talks of encouraging and understanding our alcoholic relatives. We can all be more loving. Knowing that alcoholism is a disease can help us to respond with compassion rather than hostility. Finally, by welcoming and giving comfort to families of alcoholics, we acknowledge that love centered only on ourselves and our small family circle leaves us isolated. We are rich in opportunities to love because we are part of the Al-Anon family. Today's reminder. Today I will practice compassion. First, I will be kind and loving to myself, but I will not stop there. I will extend this compassion to others. I am one among my fellows. When I offer unconditional love, it eventually comes back to me multiplied. There is a quote from the Bible, and it reads, "Love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful. It is not arrogant or rude. Love does not insist on its own way." Just for today, Daily Meditations for Recovering Addicts, December 20th. Overcoming Self-Obsession. In living the steps, we begin to let go of our self-obsession. Basic text, page 97. Many of us came to the program convinced that our feelings, our wants, and our needs were of the utmost importance to everyone. We had practiced a lifetime of self-seeking, self-centered behavior and believed it was the only way to live. That self-centeredness doesn't cease just because we stop using drugs. Perhaps we attend our first NA function and are positive that everyone in the room is watching us, judging us, and condemning us. We may demand that our sponsor be on call to listen to us whenever we want, and they, in turn, may gently suggest that the world does not revolve around us. The more we insist on being the center of the universe, the less satisfied we will be with our friends, our sponsor, and everything else. Freedom from self obsession can be found through concentrating more on the needs of others and less on our own. When others have problems, we can offer help. When newcomers need rides to meetings, we can pick them up. When friends are lonely, we can spend time with them. When we find ourselves feeling unloved or ignored, we can offer the love and attention we need to someone else. In giving, we receive much more in return, and that's a promise we can trust. Just for today, I will share the world with others, knowing they are just as important as I am. I will nourish my spirit by giving of myself. Today, Emotions Anonymous, December 20th. Reflection for today. We are used to the idea that death follows life. A less obvious progression, which is very obvious in nature, is that life follows death. Seeds must die in order to become plants. Caterpillars must die before butterflies exist. Old habits must die before new ones can be formed. In all of these cases, the timing must be right. Then the old gives way to the new. As the old submits to this death, our higher power supplies new life. As we work the program, we prepare the soil for the new life, and we learn to know when the time is right. Meditation for today. As I submit to the death of the known patterns, I pray you will lead me to a new way of life with new patterns. Today I will remember, surrender, and let God do it. Strengthening my recovery. Meditations for adult children of alcoholics, dysfunctional families. December 20th. Dissociation. Using a substance to alter the feelings is the second way to dissociate from feeling pain. The most easily available substances are alcohol, sugar, nicotine, and caffeine. BRB, page 87. Many of us came to ACA with addictions to drugs or alcohol. Others came with addictions to money, food, sex, or gambling. With the help of other 12-step programs, we successfully worked on these presenting problems. But there were other seemingly more acceptable addictions that we picked up as a way to mask our pain. In our quest for emotional sobriety in ACA, our feelings have to be available to us in order to locate the underlying trauma in our lives. Even if we're participating in these more acceptable addictions, like watching hours of TV each day, a nicotine habit that interrupts everything we do, or excessive caffeine, our feelings are being masked. If we continue to alter our feelings in these or similar ways, it may be because the underlying trauma seems too scary to face. But to find true freedom for our inner child requires that our feelings be accessible. We need to be present to work our program if we are to become our own loving parent, which means rejecting the role models of our childhood. We make a commitment that the abuse stops here. We allow ourselves to be imperfect and move towards our ultimate goal of being fully awake without reservation. The affirmation reads, "On this day, I will be honest about what I may be using to numb my feelings. I will reach out for help so that I may find the peace I deserve." Please like, share, and subscribe. And remember that you are not alone.